Love and Makeup, located here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm doing this tutorial on 60-second lashes. Applied my foundation, but of course, you know, the last step of makeup application is going to be your lashes, because of the fact that once you have your products on, it's going to basically finish your lip. You're going to need 4 products or 4 items for your eyelash application. The first one's going to be the eyelash glue, tweezers, eyelash curlers, and the lashes that you choose to use. Place some of the actual duo adhesive on the actual tray, or something that you can use to just sort of, that you don't really need, or you could just throw it away, so that the glue sort of gets like a consistency of like a tacky instead of a runny or watery type of application. And the reason why you do that is because if you put it right on the lash from the tube, it's actually, you're gonna have to wait till it dries anyways, but it can cause leakage, and then you basically mess up your eyelashes. So I mean, eyelashes usually cost anywhere from like $2 to like $5. You get them at like Nigel's or a place like that, and you have like a pro discount, then you possibly can get them a little bit less, but they're expensive, you know. I mean, good pair of eyelashes will last you a while, so definitely you can preserve them. So that's why I always make sure that the glue is a little bit tacky before I place it on the actual spine of the lash. Do is actually get your eyelashes and take them off the tray. You're going to actually remove from the middle part so that it doesn't cause any separation for the eyelashes to occur. Once you've already taken the eyelash, what I like to do is actually make sure you straighten it out and sort of mess with it, because of the fact that it's going to follow your actual eyelash. So when you're going to test it, just make sure that the eyelash actually fits right there on the actual bone, and that it's going to not be too long or too short, because then that can cause a lot of watering in your eye, as well as it just is really uncomfortable. So the next step I'm going to do is actually get the eyelash curler and curl my lashes to make sure that they are not all falling over my eyes. So that is the next step. So while the glue is sort of getting that texture, of that tacky texture that's going to help it stick better, get your tweezer. One thing I always do with the tweezer is I make sure that I get it from the actual lash, and make sure that the spine of the lash faces your eyelash where you need to place it. One thing about the tweezers, the reason why I use them is because it's going to allow you to get as close to your actual natural eyelash than using your finger. Your fingers are a lot bigger, so basically, you know, it really helps. It does take practice, because you want to poke somebody in the eye, especially if you're using it on a client. You just got to be really, really careful. So with the back of the tweezer here, I actually use it for putting some of the glue on it. So you just get a little bit of the glue that's been setting, actually stick it on the lash here, and then you apply it here. So I always tend to make sure I put enough of the glue on the tips, because of the fact that that is going to be where it comes off easier. And when you're moving your eye around, it's going to, you know, basically help it to stay and last a lot longer. So get the glue, you put it on the actual lash, and apply it there. So when you get it, make sure you get the tweezer. If you have enough glue on it, you can sort of keep it on there and get the actual lash, and you place it on the eye. Of course, the shorter part goes on the inner part, and then of course there. You're going to sometimes have to cut the lashes, because depending on the dimension of the eye, you know, you might need a shorter lash. So these always come somewhat pretty much standard, but if you need to cut it, please cut it from the outer corner, because that's second lashes. A lot of people think that eyelashes are really difficult to place on your eyes, and honestly, practice makes perfect.